welcome to your healing meditation and manifestation ritual for this full super moon in Aquarius taking place on Tuesday, August 1st. I'm Melissa, I'm an energy witch, Reiki master, and transformational coach, and today I'll be guiding you through a deeply healing meditation and a really powerful manifestation ritual so that you can manifest your desires in this beautiful phase in this magical month where we have 2 full moons taking place, 2 full super moons. So it's very exciting stuff. And all you need to do really is sit back, relax, breathe, let your mind wander based on the suggestions that I give you. But if you do like to write things down like me, then have your journal nearby, grab a pen. If you want to fully participate in the ritual itself, make sure you have a candle and a lighter, something to light it with, of course. And if you are a fellow witch and you like to charge your crystals and make moon water, the ideal night for that is going to be Tuesday night. So mark your calendars, set yourself up to really soak up this energy as much as possible, because supermoons are more powerful than a typical full moon or new moon, because the moon is closer to the earth, so we're going to feel its energy more intensely. Chances are you're already feeling the energy more intensely, and I just am so excited to get into all the juicy details with you. Now, the last little bit of housekeeping is if you do want to be receiving Reiki energy healing throughout the video, then give me permission to do that now so that you can already begin to heal and receive these light code activations and start feeling all the Reiki goodness. So give me permission to do that now if you're open to that. But basically, using advanced Reiki energy healing techniques, I can send you healing in all directions of space and time, no matter where you are in the world, no matter where you are in the universe, in all directions of time. So if you're watching this even well after this full moon, the healing will still get you. So give you permission and it will just flood in. So just sit back, relax, enjoy. Now, before I dive into the astrological details and the ritual itself, I just wanted to let you know that a new spot is available for my one-on-one coaching program, Harness Your Magic. I'm really excited about it, actually. If you are looking for a massive transformation in terms of your confidence levels, your relationships, your career, your well-being, then this program is for you. We include so much goodness in this one. It's a 5-month program that includes personalized hypnosis sessions. So we go over stuff like inner child, shadow, ancestral and generational healing, past life regression, and even really specific things like quitting bad habits, weight loss, if that's in alignment. So just massive shifts from the hypnosis, but we do EFT tapping for reprogramming subconscious beliefs, soothing the nervous system, shifting knee-jerk reactions, all of that deeper work, as well as powerful psychic energy healing sessions that channel divine guidance, give you the next steps on your path, as well as boost your manifestations, strengthen your intuition so that you can develop your psychic abilities, which is very exciting, and then of course improve your life in terms of physical well-being, emotional well-being, mental well-being. It's just my favorite way to work with people, to be honest. So if you want the details on this amazing program, check out the link in the description. You can read all the details as well as apply directly. So head on over there after this video. And without further ado, let's get into the astrological details. Now, first things first, this is the first of 2 super moons, full super moons, that are going to be happening in the month of August. So the second one is going to be a blue moon. So yeah, that's what the expression once in a blue moon means. It means when we have 2 full moons in the same month. So very exciting stuff. We also have the Lionsgate portal happening this month. We have Venus retrograde. There's a lot of stuff going on. So if you're feeling really intense right now, that's probably why. Now, I mentioned before that super moons really just mean that the moon is closer to the earth, so it appears brighter and bigger in the sky. And of course, we feel its effects more intensely as well. So that means we have this opportunity to manifest and heal and access our psychic abilities even more. And you know me, that's right up my alley. This is happening in the air sign of Aquarius. So Aquarius themes are altruism, the collective consciousness, unique perspectives, like the phrase that is most commonly tied with Aquarius is thinking outside the box. And that really is it. It's like shifting your perspective, looking at things in new ways. And obviously it's an air sign, so it rules the mind. So work on your mindset, work on your beliefs, work on your self-talk is going to be favored right now. And that's what we're going to be doing here today. So love that for us. And of course, this month is bookended by these powerful full super moons, right? So the way that I see it is that this is a month to focus on detoxing, cleansing, releasing, letting go of what no longer serves you. And most of the time, I notice the approach people have to releasing is like wanting frantically to be rid of something and ripping it away from themselves. But that actually is not the most effective way to release, right? I always say you need to relax to release. And this is really important because you need to, like, the act of surrendering, the act of letting go is not a clenched fist. It's opening that palm up and letting go and being open to the universe, right? It's not trying to control everything. And another thing is that if you are trying to release a way of being or a relationship or even like a coping mechanism, a bad habit, you need to understand why you gripped onto it so tightly to begin with, right? It served a purpose, it served a need. Even if right now it feels toxic, right now it feels like a bad habit, right now it feels like a bad situation or it's something that is unhealthy and that isn't helping you. At a certain point in time, it was either like a protection mechanism, a coping mechanism, and it served its purpose, right? And so what you need to understand to release it is the need that thing fulfilled, so that you can replace it with something healthy and start diverting your attention somewhere else so that you can relax and release. So there can be a plethora of things that you want to release, even like on a physical level. I know that I said the word detox and I'm like not a super huge fan of like that whole thing, but I really meant like detox your life from the things that no longer serve you. But even just on a physical level, right? Upping your hydration, improving your nutrition for foods that feel good to you, that give you energy, bringing in gentle movement, focusing on getting some movement regularly, ideally every day. It doesn't have to be like a massive workout, right? But like getting that energy flowing, getting that circulation flowing, getting that lymphatic drainage going on, like that's always going to be good for you, right? So focusing on letting go of, the habits that no longer serve you. Again, understanding the need that it fulfilled and replacing it with something healthy. And then in terms of relationships, right? Distinguishing what relationships are healthy and make you feel good and that are supportive versus the ones that drain your energy, where you're constantly having to explain yourself, where you come home from having been with this person, you're like just not feeling great, feeling drained, feeling overwhelmed, not feeling good about yourself. Like these are all signs that you're being dragged down and that this energy dynamic is no longer serving you. Now, it's not about like being too good for people or people being toxic. It really is just about the energy dynamics of a situation that where at one point in time it may have served your highest good, or it may have been a coping mechanism, or it may have been a different dynamic, and now it's no longer serving you. So you either need to have a conversation and set better boundaries, or you need to distance yourself for a while to get a little bit more clarity. And sometimes it does, after all of those things, maybe don't work and the boundaries, constantly get breached, then yeah, you do need to detox and cut that person out of your life. It's not about like ruthlessly cutting people out of your life when things aren't great. Like relationships ebb and flow that way. Sometimes, we're picking up the slack in a relationship, sometimes the other person is, and sometimes another person is going through it. So we need to have understanding and compassion, but we also need to protect ourselves and have great boundaries and make sure that we are surrounding ourselves with people that make us feel good, that make us feel seen, that understand us. And I promise you that it can feel scary to like cut someone out, but that's really just making space for people that are more in alignment with you. A couple of other things in terms of releasing what no longer serves you in this next month is the content that you're consuming, right? So notice what shows you're watching, what videos on YouTube you're watching, what social media accounts you're following, and the content that you're consuming, right? And this also, ties into the conversations that you're having, right? And related with the people in your life, for sure, the boundaries that you have with them, books, all of that kind of stuff. And I bring this up because I'm extremely sensitive to these kinds of things. So my solution is that I no longer can watch things with like really harsh themes or violence or darkness or things that are too upsetting. And I really limit my social media to be work related and very little else, you know. And in the past year, I really have focused more on reading enriching books versus scrolling. And this doesn't mean like I'm just constantly reading educational books. That's could not be further from the truth, but creative books. And I'm really into fantasy and magic, as you could well imagine. So it really just feels like a much more enriching experience than mindlessly scrolling, in my opinion, right? So I always have, yes, a spiritual educational book that I'm reading, and then I have like one or two fun books that I'm reading, and I just find that that has made a huge difference in my mindset, in my mental and emotional health, and just in my vibe in general. Point being, I need to be very careful of the content that I'm consuming, because I really feel the difference when I'm mindful about it versus when I'm not. And if you have an inkling that you may also be sensitive to that, just notice how you feel after watching a certain show or, you know, scrolling, and see if you can make some minor shifts to what you're consuming. You know, just catch yourself. Ultimately, all of that tends to lead into its effect on your own thoughts and beliefs, of course, and also your self-talk. And I know it can be tough to catch your self-talk and catch your thoughts and the way that you speak to yourself. But the more present you can be and the more often you can catch those harmful thoughts and patterns, the easier it is to shift it. I find sort of like a gateway habit for this is to catch yourself when you're talking about yourself and your life. So are you self-deprecating? Do you use self-deprecating humor? Listen, I was the queen of this, okay? Do you call yourself names? Are you constantly complaining about your life, about yourself, about your body, or worrying about like worst case scenarios? Try to pay attention to that, especially this month, because we're gonna have the energy of this full moon in Aquarius that's gonna help us shift these patterns. So notice if you say something out loud that's not in alignment with self-love, with abundance, with success, and just catch yourself and be like, wait a minute, that's not true. Or wait a minute, I'm trying to speak differently about myself and think differently about myself. So let me just, you know, reframe this, right? Obviously it's easier to do with the people that you're closest with. But I just treat it like a game, right? How can I express my feelings without throwing myself down? You know what I mean? I think it's also really healthy to share when we're working on things with the people that we love. And this is something that I'm working on too. I honestly straight up am like, that is just like not helpful for me to talk about myself in this way or talk about like what I'm doing in this way. I'm working on speaking in a way that supports, you know, good body image and my success and a positive view of myself, right? So you don't need to be delusional. You really just need to be straightforward, right? So let's say you're struggling with body image, right? And you catch yourself saying that you hate some part of your body or you hate your body. You can actually say, wait a minute, I'm working on loving my body more. And I can accept that I'm not where I want to be. And I don't feel my best, but I still love and appreciate my body for what it does for me, for keeping me alive. And that is beautiful and amazing. And if that's beautiful and amazing, then therefore my body is beautiful and amazing, right? Because listen, that kind of shift is going to start shifting the way you think about yourself, your negative self-talk. And honey, our words are spells, right? Writing things out, spelling things out, there's a reason why it's called that, right? So be especially mindful of that, okay? This moon phase and this month is really about this concept of speaking, I think, about yourself in ways that support the vision of yourself that you want to be versus staying stuck in the trenches with the negative thoughts that you have about yourself and all of those old patterns from your whole life just repeating themselves and repeating themselves and repeating themselves, right? We have these massive healing energies here to help us change the way that we see ourselves and our mindsets dramatically for the better and soothe ourselves throughout this process. So if you plan to participate fully in this ritual, just start writing down all that you wish to release. So either in your journal, on a piece of paper that later, you'll have the option to burn, and write it in past tense, okay? So I have released and just list it out, whether it's, bad body image, fears about being successful, fears about being seen, fears about being judged, fears of failing, all these things. Just write them down. It could be, relationships, it could be certain dynamics or situations. What are you releasing? We also have the Lionsgate portal that's kicking off on August 8th, and it really just means that it's a time where the star Sirius is visible in the sky for us. So Sirius is known as our spiritual sun, and therefore during this time, manifestation and psychic abilities are all enhanced, which we love, especially since we have this powerful month of releasing and clearing, right? So it just adds an extra oomph to this magical month of August that we have, and that I'm going to be creating something special for you to harness this energy. So just make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss it. Back to this moon though, right? So while the theme of detox is highlighted right now, we also have Venus retrograde and Chiron retrograde, but Venus retrograde especially is wreaking havoc right now. So I don't mean to fearmonger whatsoever. It just makes this full super moon extra intense, right? Venus is the planet of love, sex, money. So these are big topics, right? And so far we've seen like celebrity breakups, heartbreaks and stuff like that. But so things like that may happen for you, and it's really just removing what's not in greatest alignment with you. But you may have struggles with confidence. There may be financial shifts in confidence, just lessons in general in the realms of love, sex, and money. So be on the lookout for that. We just have massive energy resets here, darling, and it's always for our highest and greatest good. Always, always. So try to remember that. Try to trust that the universe always knows best, and all seeming chaos really is gonna sort itself out for the better. And on that note, let's dive into the ritual. We're gonna start by casting a circle with the index finger of our dominant hand. So clockwise circle here, so that we're creating this cylinder of energetic protection around us, going up infinitely into the cosmos and down, infinitely down into the earth. And once that protective circle is cast, we will light our candle to symbolize the beginning of this ritual. There we go, nice strong flame. So place that candle far enough away from you so you don't accidentally blow it out. If you have any other spiritual bits and bobs that you want to include, if you want to light some incense, if you want to clear your space with Palo Santo, you can do that, or you really can just clap in a counterclockwise circle, and that will clear the energy around you as well. And let's just arrive into the present moment right now. You can close your eyes, place your hands on your heart or in your lap, whatever's most comfortable, whatever feels good. And we'll bolster the protection around us by visualizing a protective shield all around ourselves. Visualize this protective shield protecting you in all directions of space and time, allowing in only what serves your highest and greatest good. Breathing deeply now, feeling safe and secure, divinely protected. Breathe slowly and deeply, feeling yourself relax. We'll focus on grounding our energy into Mother Earth, so bring your attention to the base of your spine. Watch as the glowing red orb there, your root chakra, activates and sprouts roots that wrap around your pelvis, rush all the way down your legs and through your feet, coursing through all the layers of the earth, to then coil themselves around the crystalline core of Gaia Mother Earth. Feel your energy being drawn down. Breathe here and bask in the sensation of being so held, supported, and deeply taken care of. And then draw up a channel of healing earth energy up through the earth and through your body, through all of your chakras, and up infinitely into the cosmos. Looking up and seeing this massive, bright, and beautiful supermoon above. and watching as a channel of silver lunar energy comes down through the top of your head and all the way down your body. This energy is joined, of course, by powerful, healing, Reiki life force energy that comes down, clearing your chakras, balancing your energy, removing blocks, and removing energy that no longer serves you. It swirls around you, filling any gaps in your energetic boundaries. It removes any and all cords to situations and people that are no longer in alignment with your highest and greatest good. So breathe deeply, extending your exhales so that they're longer than your inhales, signaling to your body that it can rest and heal and digest, activating your parasympathetic nervous system, toning your vagus nerve, because in order to release deeply and effectively, you must fully relax and let go. Feel yourself letting go. Imagine yourself as a closed fist gripping onto whatever it is you want to release. And slowly let yourself open up to let go with each deep and long exhale. Relaxing, opening, surrendering, releasing. And now take a moment to think about what you're ready to release during this phase and this month. Now visualize all of these things forming an object and color floating in front of you. For example, a black sphere or a purple cube. And then when you're ready, destroy it. So grab a sledgehammer and smash it to smithereens, and then get a flamethrower and light all those pieces on fire. Then watch it burn and disintegrate, and let a big gust of wind carry the ashes into the ethers. Feeling lighter now and free. Feel the Reiki energy now passing through your entire chakra system and clearing away the energetic signature of all you've released. Breathing very deeply, feeling the shifts take place within your being. And we'll bring our attention now to the third eye chakra. We ask the Reiki energy to allow us to release limiting beliefs, negative or destructive self-talk, and self-perceptions that no longer serve us. All that holds us back, keeps us small, diminishes and dims our beautiful light. So keep breathing here, relaxing more and more. The more you relax, the deeper the healing energy can penetrate. Now that your mind is primed for success and joy and growth, notice that a golden horseshoe magnet is floating in your heart space, swirling with each end in the whole of an infinity symbol. Now this powerful symbol is an energetic magnet for abundance and for all the desires that you're calling in. Watch as the supermoon energy activates the symbol's magic to its maximum potency. Watch it shine brightly and feel its magnetic pull, assuring that all you desire is rapidly and effortlessly flowing into your life and through your life, and all that you don't want is flowing out, knowing that abundance is constantly in flux, flowing in and out. knowing now that you can hold on to as much as you want and share your wealth freely with no fear of losing it, trusting in the universe. And with this trust and your abundance mentality fortified, call in all that you desire. Visualize what you want for a few moments now. What are your intentions for this full moon? What are you manifesting with ease? Focus on feeling the emotions of already having it all. It's already done, it's already here. So feel grateful. Bask in that appreciation and send that vision out into the ethers and deep into Mother Earth for her to lovingly look after. Just leave your vision with her, knowing that like an enchanted boomerang, it will come back, so you can trust fully and release all expectations. Take a moment now to give thanks to yourself and for this experience, for your manifestations that are already here, and for all that is. And so it is. So when you're ready, bring some gentle movement back into your body, shifting from one sit bone to the other, wiggling your fingers and your toes, giving yourself a gentle stretch. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And if you want to continue this ritual, you can keep the candle lit and do a little bit of journaling, pull some cards, seal this practice with some movement, or you can snuff out the candle and call it a day. But I really do recommend you write out your intentions in the past tense. So I have done, I get all of these things in the past tense. And you will have the option, if you want, to burn the little paper that you wrote everything that you want to release on. So, save that if you want to do that. Do it over the sink. Keep it safe, y'all. And if you have your list of intentions all written in the past tense, you can fold it up and keep it on your altar, or you can just keep it in your journal. Trust and believe that it's coming. You don't need to grasp on so tightly. And the last thing I want to leave you is this, right? What you think affects the way that you feel, and what you feel is your whole experience. So it's so important to pay attention to the way that you're thinking, to your negative self-talk, to your knee-jerk reactions in your mind, the fears that may percolate up into your consciousness, because you can easily shift them. You have the power to do that, and that is going to change your entire experience. And not only that, it's going to help you manifest your desires. When you reprogram your subconscious, you transform the level of everything that you manifest into your life. Like I said earlier, it's often easier to start with catching the way that you speak about yourself and your life. So start doing that. Just correct them into something more supportive, more empowering. And from there, the next step really is engaging in that deeper subconscious reprogramming, right? Meaning shifting your subconscious beliefs. Like I said, our subconscious beliefs dictate what we manifest in our lives. So it's important to take some time to sift and sort through them, because they are formed, often do, as a result of traumatic experiences, and they are formed between the ages, the most core ones are formed between the ages of 0 and 7, but it can go all the way up into early adulthood, especially if we have traumatic experiences during that time. So it's important to sift and sort through that, because we have formed often the beliefs that influence what we manifest with our child brains, right? So it's important to revisit and think about what we actually believe is true, because these are subconscious, where they're just so automatic and part of the way that we think that we don't really notice them. So let's start noticing, right? So yes, you can, meditating helps and journaling helps with subconscious reprogramming because you see your thoughts on the page. You can be present enough to notice what's passing through your mind. But the next level really is to go in deep with some hypnosis, some EFT tapping, some psychic energy healing, just like what I mentioned in my one-on-one program. That is exactly what we do together. We reprogram those subconscious beliefs. We start healing the body, the mind, the heart, and soothe that nervous system and tap into your psychic abilities so that you can be stronger. You can move forward more confidently, and you can overcome all of what has previously held you back in the past. This is massive transformation stuff. So again, visit the link in the description if you want to know more about it, if you want to apply directly. I would love to speak with you, to chat about it, so don't be shy. And if you've enjoyed this video, thank you for being here. Please subscribe if you aren't already. Share in the comments your experience. I would love to hear from you. And I do wish you the most magical full super moon in Aquarius. Remember to drink plenty of water. We've done some big shifting here with the energy healing and the releasing. So take good care of yourself. Until the next one. Bye, darling.